Good morning, internets. Today's video is going to be a little bit longer than than I usually post because I'm going to shoot my entire commute this morning. And the reason that I'm doing that is because if you can see out my windows, and I don't know what you guys can actually tell, it's snowing in Las Vegas. And it's not snowing a little bit. It's snowing in Las Vegas the way it snows in Sparks, where I'm from. Now, that having been said, in Reno and Sparks, they've recently had some pretty big snowfall. I'm talking feet of it. But, like, I don't grab my camera when I'm driving and aim it around, so I hope you guys can, you can kind of see out the window over here. Like, these are big, fat snowflakes, and they're not sticking to the concrete, but they are sticking to grass. They're sticking to gravel in yards. They're sticking to bushes. It's a freaking winter wonderland out here. And I have lived in Las Vegas for 11 years now, and I've never seen anything like this. In fact, it will be exactly 11 years next month that I've lived here. So a little more than a decade. I've been in this strange place, and this is craziness. And there's no, usually, and I have seen it snow in Las Vegas before, don't get me wrong. I have seen snowflakes come down, and it, you know, we get little flurries, and it's very cute. It doesn't ever stick to the yard. It doesn't ever, you know, it only lasts a few minutes. It snowed most of last night, which it's strange for precipitation to stick around here for any length of time. And we've had a lot of weird weather lately. Last week we had a couple of days where it pretty much rained all day. Ordinarily when it rains here, we do have flash floods in monsoon season, but ordinarily when it rains here, it doesn't, it does not last. You know, it'll maybe rain for 30 minutes and then it'll stop. Or we'll have intermittent snowstorms that'll kind of spit and turn on and off all over the valley. But there's no wind. I mean, the storms just blow away because it's always windy here. There's no wind. The snowflakes are falling straight down. I'm headed west right now, to the office, and I live on the east side, and they're saying that on the east side, that it's basically not snowing over here. That's what they said on the news, and that all of the snow is on the west side. I'm about to point this thing west, and we're gonna go see what there is to see about it. It's kind of delightful. This is a very whimsical thing that's happening, but it's also a little bit freaky. Las Vegas isn't set up for this at all. If there's accumulation on the roads, that's pretty much going to shut the town down. And it hasn't accumulated on the roads yet, which is good. Our roads, when you live in places where it rains or snows a lot, they make the roads out of different materials. They groove them, or they'll make them out of materials that are designed to take the precipitation and dump it off to the sides. But our materials here are made for the heat. We make roads that are designed to withstand, you know, those 120-degree days. Even then, they sometimes fail, but we have special pavement and asphalt here that's designed not to heave in the summer. When it expands, it's designed to get kind of sticky instead of heaving up big pieces of concrete or asphalt with the expansion. It's not a perfect system if you ride a motorcycle, and I've heard this from riders. If you ride a motorcycle in the summer and you sit at a red light too long, there's a chance that you can sink into the pavement. Or if you put your kickstand down at a parking lot, people have like little boards or little plates or something that you set them down on the ground for you to set your kickstand on top of. So that it doesn't sink into the really soft, gooey asphalt over time. Those are the problems we're used to here. We're not designed for this. This is very strange to me. I know this doesn't have very much to do, well, actually anything at all to do with electric vehicles. Right now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my seat warmer in my electric vehicle. This isn't EV related. But this is a really freaky, potentially once-in-a-lifetime occurrence, at least once in a decade. I'll give it that, because I haven't seen it in 10 years. There's snow on rooftops here. I'm getting crazy homesick, you guys. I love Las Vegas, and this has been my home for the last decade, but this is making me miss Sparks in a bad kind of way. It's so strange. Like, this is desert stucco. I've got snow sticking to palm trees. This is bizarre. And I'm about to get on the freeway on purpose. Yeah, I'm recording this commute just because it's weird. It's weird what's happening out here. And I do have concern for what the freeway is going to look like. But when I checked the traffic report, they said, you know, everybody's moving, you know, about 5 to 10 miles an hour slower, which is good. That's what you want. But that there were no blockages on the 215. So when I left the house, the 215 was clear. We'll see if it remains so. Come on, Lexus, you can do it. I can't see the strip. So ordinarily from right here on the crest of this freeway on-ramp, 215 in Warm Springs, I can look out and see for miles and miles. I can see to the other side of the valley. I can see I can see out to Red Rock. I can see the Spring Mountains out there. I can see the Strip, of course, and all of Las Vegas. I can't see the Strip right now at all, and it's 3 miles in front of me. I've never seen anything like this. We don't get fog here. If we do, it lasts, you know, it's very early in the morning. It lasts less than 30 minutes, and it makes the news. It's something that people make a big deal about. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have conditions which affect visibility here. I'm blown away. This is such an odd event. And I know it's not unheard of for it to snow out here, but for it to snow like this is super, super strange. I mean, there's so much weather out here that I had to put my wedding boots on. Which, for those of you new to the channel, I got married in Timberland hiking boots. Because I'm anti-high heels. Like this Altima, see, this is how I know. This is how I know that people here don't know how to deal with snow. There's an Altima in front of me. Lovely car. That's entire back window is covered in snow because it parked outside last night. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Your car can get covered in snow. But you can't drive away without scraping the snow off your back window. How this person's rearview mirror is absolutely useless. So this is a person that doesn't know what the rules are. And the rules are that you need to be able to see out of your windows. All of my windows are clear. What did they think was going to happen? Oh, all right. So I don't want to be near that car because they can't see. They're going to make a bonehead lateral maneuver. Guys, this is so strange. For those of you that live in parts of the world that are covered in snow, that were affected by all the recent winter storms, you're probably super bored with me already because I'm like, oh, look at the snow. Guys, I live in freaking Las Vegas. Yeah, I mean, our winters get cold, but they don't get wet like this. It rained for like 3 days last week, which was really, like, that on its own was bizarre. I was like, well, the planet's broken. And now it's snowing. And the further west I drive, the more snow there is. All right, I am now just about, I'm going to cross the area where the Strip is. Look, there's the exit for Las Vegas Boulevard right there. And let's see if I look over. Can't see the Mandalay Bay. And it's right there. Nope. Nothing. That's weird. This is weird. I am proud of my fellow citizens, however. This is traffic's moving at a respectable pace. Like, just about everybody here is doing 45, which is a good idea with all the extra weather out. That's very odd to see people behaving responsibly. So strange. So, what what are you guys thinking about climate change right now? More severe and more often weather patterns were one of the things that were predicted. I don't know if this fits the bill. I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. I don't know. I feel like I just don't have enough information. My goodness. Anybody else experiencing really bizarre weather lately? I know there's been a lot of severe weather, but it's in places in the world which it's not necessarily out of character for there to be severe weather. You know, like when you see they had crazy snow in upstate New York. I'm like, well, yeah, that's awfully close to Canada where the snow is made. Oh, Alessandro's gonna be so dirty at the end of today. Nothing makes a car dirty quite like snow. Oh my gosh. Let's see. And it's wet snow because it's not quite freezing outside. It's 37 degrees on my dash here. And that was confirmed for me with the news. And I also checked on the internet. I like weather. Weather is interesting. Very interesting to me. But I live in a place that often doesn't have weather. We don't. We appear to have imported somebody else's weather today. Very, very strange. There's the characteristic traffic jam creeping along at 10 miles an hour. That seems a little more as per usual. Now, ordinarily in the mornings, the behavior that I see out on these roads with the new traffic jams, and I've recently talked about the new influx of population and all that good stuff, the behavior that I normally see is deeply selfish. I'll see people making all kinds of crazy maneuvers, changing lanes without signaling, honking at each other, flipping each other off. This has become, just in the last 3 months, a really angry road. I'm not seeing any of that right now. I think that perhaps everybody here realizes and is acknowledging with their behavior that these are special circumstances. If everybody would drive this nicely every morning, if everybody would always drive like there's snow, the commute would be a lot easier. So far, I haven't seen one lane change in front of me without a signal first, which is pretty amazing. Because I'm one of like 4 people in Las Vegas who use their turn signals. For whatever reason. So dumb. Such an easy way to prevent an accident, and they come with your car for free. It doesn't cost you anything to use them. And yet, this is madness. I don't understand. I look out on the neighborhood just off the freeway out here, and all of the rooftops, all white. All of these businesses, white rooftops. And headed west, yep, there's more snow out here. They had accumulation of like inches. Okay, so now an Affinity has gone by again with the back window completely covered in snow. Back view completely obstructed, and that one also has snow on its mirrors, on its rear views from being parked outside. There's nothing wrong with parking your car in the driveway overnight, but when you get up and you see that you can't see out of your windows, what would possibly possess you to get in the vehicle, start it, and drive away with your view just about completely obstructed. I don't get that. That is the one bit of jackassery I have seen this morning, and I did expect some jackassery this morning, but it's just like, I understand if you, like, these are people who've lived here all their lives and they've never had snow on their back window before. But once you get in the car and, you know, look to back out of the driveway or look up in your mirror, wouldn't you go, oh, I gotta wipe off that snow, whoops, and then get out of your car and then wipe off the snow? I don't understand. That's stunning to me. My wiper blades are sounding like Vegas wiper blades that don't get used often enough, so they get a little bit dry rot and they get squeaky. Those are going to need to be replaced real soon. We have to buy wipers here so often. It's really funny. You got to replace them sometimes a couple times a year because they never get used, and they're made out of rubber. And rubber is a natural compound, and it needs to maintain a certain level of moisture. But there's no moisture in the air here 99% of the time. So the air, the hot, dry air, sucks the moisture out of the rubber and dry rots them. It happens to tires too. Tires will literally just crumble and fall apart here. You know, tires that'll last you for years. Other places only last you 1 or 2 here, because the air eats your tires. As crazy as that sounds. And it happens to the wipers too. But you usually don't know. Like, when are you going to know that your wipers don't work? When you go to use them and they don't work. Mine, unfortunately, they're still working just fine. They're just being noisy. But that's the first sign that they're going to start to disintegrate. This is bizarre. So anyway, when we do have a deluge during monsoon season, you see a lot of people just lined up right outside of AutoZone in the rain, getting wiper blades and asking the AutoZone people to come out in the rain and put them on their cars, which they'll come out and do for you. I could always put my own wiper blades on, but it's nice that they'll come out and do that for you. But it never fails. Whenever there's like a good size rainstorm that lasts for more than 10 minutes, every AutoZone or O'Reilly's that you drive past is just people lined up out front with their wipers all up, and people trying to figure out how to get their wiper blades on, and it's really funny because, like, you go to use them and they just fall apart. It's like, oh crap, gotta do something about that right away. Oh, Monster Jam is coming to town, Sam Boyd Stadium, on March 23rd, which is the anniversary of my move to Las Vegas. Literally, I moved here March 23rd of 2008. My goodness. And Monster Jam's good. That seems like a really good way to celebrate. Ugh, I love Monster Jam so much. I saw the Monster Jam billboard a couple of days ago, but I didn't notice the date on there. That's pretty cool. Maybe that would be a good anniversary thing. Because the anniversary of our wedding is March 18th. That's just a few days later. That'd be fun to do. Happy anniversary, Rob. We're going to Monster Jam. I like that. Maybe we'll have to get Monster Jam tickets. What do you guys think? Monster Jam? Monster Jam anniversary. Yeah. Monster Jam's so fun. Because it's just silliness. Monster trucks are silly. They're amazing, ridiculous machines that are there for the purpose of silly. The whole thing's camp. It's like professional wrestling, honestly. Like, it has that same vibe to me of the silliness and the overtoppedness. But instead of sweaty dudes in singlets, oiling each other up and then elbowing each other in the gut, or whatever professional wrestling is, it's monster trucks. On the subject of professional wrestling, I'd much rather watch Lucha Libre. If we're gonna do silly wrestling, Lucha Libre is way better. Luchadors are more fun to watch. Oh my god. I even have a favorite luchador. Dr. Wagner Jr. Yeah, bet you didn't know that, did ya? Yep. Yo soy Triple A. Dr. Wagner Jr. can cut a promo. Esta casa es mi casa. And in mi casa con mis gentes. Sirven respecta! Crowd goes wild. Yep. So that's a weird thing you guys didn't know about me before. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, visibility is going way down out here. way, 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 way down. Oh, I'm so glad that the next exit is my exit. Ooh, there's so much snow out here. What is happening? Why is it happening? This is weird. I see stuff like this. There's a part of my brain that goes, Al Gore is right. We broke the planet. It's broken. This. There's nothing about the city I live in that is set up for this. At all. I would be working from home today if it weren't literally today. So a very special thing happened today, which is that we are starting to close reservations for the spring issue of the magazine, and we have at the same time simultaneously opened reservations for the summer issue. And we have to start getting those reservations in order before we also open reservations for my Nashville. Yeah. So I had to set up advertising for the spring issue of the magazine, the summer issue of my Vegas magazine, and then begin setting up marketing for the summer issue, the premiere issue of my Nashville magazine. It's absolute wackiness, and if I don't go into the office today, then there's a lot of things that I need to do that I just can't do from home. And in addition to that, if I don't go into the office, the inmates run the asylum. So it's pretty critical that I be here today. It had to snow today, or else I would have stayed home. This is very strange. This is very strange. Truck with the big light bar. That's a good looking Viso. See what you did there. I like that. I like vehicles in general, but particularly trucks when they get all stormtroopered out. It's a mouthful. But I like a white vehicle where you smoke the lights and put all the black accessories on it, put the black wheels on with black lugs. Good tint, make them look all mean. This one's lifted, but they look good. The stormtrooper look is also really good lowered. I saw it on there was one of my neighbors, one of the places that I used to live, one of my old apartment complexes. He had a Volvo V70 XC, which is the cross country. It was, it's a little bit lifted with a little bit of the little stubby mud flaps. And it was white, and he had the dark limo tint on it, which I know is illegal, but it looked, oh god, that thing was just sick. So good. And it was a station wagon on top of it, and I like station wagons a lot. I like dweeb mobiles made cool. There's something about that that's just, maybe because I'm a dweeb mobile made cool. I made it to the office! Yes! Victory! Oh my goodness. And my production manager is on vacation, so I'm going to park in her parking spot. Yes, yes. Woohoo. Just to give you guys an idea, now that I am parked and it is safe, I have to show you how silly this is out here. Okay, this is magical. This, because it'll yell at me if I leave the key in it. Check this out. Here's a magazine right there. So that's a little nutty. I'm going to call it a day
for the video and get in and start getting to work. But if this is your first time on the channel, thank you so much for joining me on my commute. Please consider subscribing right over here. Here's some other things I think you'll enjoy right down here. My name is Catherine. This is EVs of Nevada. Please remember to like, subscribe, and smile, because it's snowing in Las Vegas.